Hey, what's up, everybody?
It's shaking.
We're live.
We are.
Again. We're back.
Things look a little different.
Now, you know me. I'm Grim.
I'm Nerdycouch.
So we've got a
Orange
special guest here, Jen Walters herself.
Jen Walters.
The She-Hulk.
Yeah. She's going to
Introduce
Hulk
yourself.
out in a minute.
Hi.
It was good.
Episode 2, baby.
What they don't
She-Hulk.
Roll it.
Hey, we are definitely back.
Yeah. Welcome. This is going to be fun.
She-Hulk episode 2.
Welcome to the chat. Solomon,
Mr.
Chris
Solomon. Thank you for joining us today.
Today.
We're going to get right into She-Hulk
We
with
are.
our special guest. Why don't you introduce her, because you have a special tie to her.
Yeah. So this is somebody that I took in as a stray, and she ended up staying at my house, and she didn't leave for like 2 years.
And then you had to marry her.
And then I had to marry her. No, that was actually our story, was the 2-year one. But no, this is my lovely wife, Teresa.
You know, and she's joining us today to talk about this show because obviously she's got some opinions about it.
That's right.
All right, let's get right into it. Where did we stop the last one? Like, we had some events go on that led to the She-Hulk coming out into the public.
That's right. She punched the hell out of Titania after she burst into the courtroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What has come of that?
Well, I think this episode starts off the jam where she's going to the bar. And, well, I guess it starts off with those newsreels and pieces of that stuff. But she's going to the bar to grab a drink at the lawyer bar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for your input. Now, obviously, this one's a little nervous. It's her first time on the show.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Just it's a very. I know how, high class we can be, and how high production.
Yeah.
We can be, but don't be nervous.
No.
All right. If you have anything to say, you just pipe right in, and you just interrupt us. We have a tendency to just talk a lot.
Yes.
Well,
yeah.
that's what the show's about. So
It's just us talking a lot.
Yeah.
You know what? She might be nervous being in the presence of such famous.
Huge.
it's the greatness.
Famous
I just
people.
I can't help myself. It's the greatness of you guys.
Well, you know what?
Sorry, I couldn't say that with a straight face.
What?
Well.
Louise in the house,
Yeah.
by the way.
We got our audience back this
Louise in
week.
the house. Solomon, don't talk to her. She will die. I don't know what that means.
I didn't put that up for a reason. Because you're saying if you talk to her, she's gonna die.
She looks like she might.
Stop it.
She's very.
Refer to what I put up. And that's it.
Look, hey Monica, how's it going? That's also a reference to something you didn't put up. All right, I'm done.
Wow, this is off to a great
He's
start,
giving me
guys.
shit.
As it always
Yes.
is. Okay.
Okay.
So, the She-Hulk. Oh, someone left their phone on the table. It was me.
Solomon was actually referring to Teresa's pillow. Don't talk to me, I'll die.
Okay, well, so that was a reference to
Oh.
the set. Thank you very much, which you're seeing a lot more of
Yeah.
now. If you'd like to comment on any of that, let us know what you like, what you don't like. All right? It's a bit of a test at the same time to see how this all feels. All right? Everyone show your... What? I don't have muscles.
We're just all hulking out.
Yeah, you know what? Why not just Hulk out a little?
Okay.
Do. Strutting my cell phone over to you.
Always this much of a side tangent, or
There's
Oh.
so many side tangents.
okay.
We're being told to talk about the show for some reason. If someone would put up comments,
Yes, it is
yes,
me.
that is Chris.
They call me Grim here.
That's
The Baron.
a weird thing to say, is Chris.
Yeah. Because I'm Baron Grim, but that's fine.
That's like how Jennifer was unpleased with people calling her the She-Hulk.
That's right.
Transition.
Good one. So yeah, she wasn't impressed when they were going into that bar that she was being dubbed the She-Hulk. But
Yeah. But like Bruce said in the earlier episode, it's not often you who gets to decide what you're called.
No.
So that's a fun little throwback to the first episode, which we're seeing a lot less Hulk in this. How do you feel about that?
I felt okay with it. Yeah, I think it felt odd when we were watching it, because we were wondering why it was so short.
It did feel short.
It
did.
felt short, but then we paused to check the timestamp, and it was only maybe a solid 20-minute episode.
So on the topic of it being short, somebody mentioned that this might have been a better binge watch than it is a weekly show.
That's possible. That
How do you
makes
feel
sense.
about that?
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, with it being that short, it would definitely be good.
Its
Binge.
pacing might feel better as a binge watch.
Yeah. The same as
Right?
when maybe somebody will do it like they did with the Obi-Wan, do like a supercut where they kind of grab it all and then string it back
I
together.
just feel like a pause between watching this show puts you out of the show. You know? Not to say that I didn't enjoy it. It's still a fun show. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Obviously, they're phasing the Hulk out of it.
Which is good. You think it'll be an 18-episode season?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
you see, Disney doesn't like to give us that many episodes.
No. Almost always
Do they?
it's way too short for me anyway.
8 episodes?
If we're
which
looking
is a
at
big
8
improvement.
But I mean, is it, if they're going to give us 20-minute episodes,
Yeah.
is it an improvement or is it the same length of content
Yeah.
that they're giving us, just chopped up more?
Like Disney is giving us 3-minute shorts right now. So,
Extra shorts.
you know, I think
3 minutes with openings.
no, 5 minutes with opening and
Oh, right.
we're talking about
Groot.
I Am Groot, by the way, which was cute,
My kids loved it.
but
They were very cute.
really it
Yeah.
just wasn't what I was expecting. But that's not what the show's about.
No.
You know, if you want to hear about that, we'll do a short on it,
We'll try and keep it shorter than the actual shorts.
which is going to be difficult.
Yeah.
We'll
We'll do a 2-minute Tuesday, maybe.
do better,
We could
Disney. A 2-minute Tuesday on it? Yeah, that'll be
Or
a
a
change.
3-minute Thursday.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm 3 minutes. I don't know if I can last that long.
I've heard that. But getting back to the She-Hulk.
Can't tell.
What?
Go ahead.
Something to say?
No.
What did I tell you? You butt in. All right.
I think she was going to make comments on my prowess.
Yeah. That's not till the after shows.
That's right.
We won't talk about that stuff.
After dark.
You know. All in all, again, felt like a short episode.
It was, yeah.
Didn't feel like a lot was accomplished.
No. You know what, though? They did tell a lot of story in those 20 minutes, I think. Like, they started really filling out, I think, what the show's going to be about.
Which is in the title. Her as a super
Yeah, super lawyer.
being lawyer.
Do you think it'll be almost like every episode from now on will kind of be about a different case that she's doing then?
That's what I've heard. And it's I almost feel like that's a little lackluster. Like as a plot for me.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I think that it's a kick-ass character. I think we could do more about it. I would like to see, as cliche as the whole superhero thing is, and I think they like to get away from that. I kind of just want to see her
Doing superhero things.
get into being a superhero.
Yeah.
Like, you're guaranteed to see her as part of an Avenger-esque team,
You would think so.
right? So how is that going to lead up to that, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Maybe they'll do like a 5-episode or 4-episode thing where it's different villains or other heroes that she represents, and then they'll really push her story at
Yeah.
the end, hopefully, or something.
it's hard to tell at this point, 2 episodes in.
Yeah.
it's
Well,
hard to
one and a
judge.
half episodes in.
It's hard to judge this series.
It is
Thus far.
still, and we said it last week too. What are your thoughts, your judgments on the first couple episodes? Just like an overall, because I mean, we've watched all of the MCU several times over at this point.
Yeah, I like them, but they're not my favorite.
No,
Like
where
the
would you like
MCU
slot
stuff
them in?
like MCU or these episodes?
No, like I mean MCU, like individual character stories.
Okay.
So like Hawkeye, She-Hulk. She-Hulk's not my favorite.
Would you put the Hawkeye series over this so far?
Yes, but I really like Hawkeye.
Yeah.
So.
I did like
Oh, his arrows though. That
Yeah.
I really liked
Yeah.
that part. That was funny.
where they were
'Cause
talking
then
about
it got me
it-
thinking, where do they go?
yeah, being a hazard and stuff like that. And it has been shown in different portions of movies where he's recovered arrows, but for the purpose of reusing them because he's out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And I do appreciate how he does run out because it's like when they,
I hate games even where you have unlimited arrows. It just drives me crazy.
Yeah. So, but does he pick them up?
Somebody does.
Yeah, but here's my theory on it, okay? That's
Is it
damage control.
theory? Is that it's damage control? Like
That's their job.
Yeah, well, you would think so. And I mean, they that's their job, is to come in and make these things go away and make it
As
look
if there
less
wasn't,
like
you know.
something happened.
Yeah. So you're so proud of yourself.
Producer got it.
Yeah.
Nailed
Chalk
the
what up.
series.
She's got a little checkboard on there.
Mhm.
Check one off for the producer. Pats herself on the back. Right? No, I like little bits like that call questions to the movies.
Yeah.
Right? Like what happens in this case, right?
Well, the same as that they kind of did the same thing in the first one where they were discussing whether Steve Rogers was a virgin when
Yeah.
he died. So he has a ninja assistant that you don't see. He picks them up. No one is looking. That could be.
Yeah, I hope so.
Somebody
actually.
just running around.
Hopefully, someone in the Ronin costume.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
You know.
Arrow picker.
Yes, I do hope that they address what happens when the Hulk throws that rock into the atmosphere.
I do too. And I mean, he did go off. We see him finally, like we were talking about, heading back into outer space on the Segarra ship. Heading where do you think, Teresa? Where do you think he's going?
I don't know.
Do you think maybe
I
he's
hear
going to Segarra?
He's
Back to
going
Segarra?
to Segarra. Does he maybe have family there now? Is there some sort of other Hulk?
Well,
Hulk universe?
Like
Hulk
a-
world?
Hopefully.
sun maybe.
A sun, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Maybe a moon.
So in World
Maybe.
War Hulk, you're not funny.
In World War Hulk, he what?
He marries.
Okay.
The Hulk marries and then has Scar.
Right.
And then now he's a family man,
But maybe he's already a family man.
right?
Maybe
So
he
who
had a
knows?
tryst.
Who knows?
Well, he
Maybe
was-
maybe he's going back to take care of that stuff.
I think that
The MCU seems to be putting children in the storyline of some of their most strongest heroes. You know, Thor.
Mhm.
That's it. Thor. But the list is growing.
No, there's a
That's
lot
not-
of other,
that's
there's a
not a
lot of other
list.
children in the MCU right now, though.
Yeah, because of Thor, now there's the children of all the actors and producers. That's
Oh, those children.
Yeah. Anyway, there has to be children because who's going to make the Young Avengers?
I mean, we've been talking about Young Avengers, I think, since WandaVision, and it's been boggling my mind how nothing has come of it thus far. I need some Young Avengers.
Yeah, so do I. Now, they've already slated Thunderbolts.
Yes.
So do you think that Abomination, because Abomination pops up in this show,
Sorry.
Thank you, Kat.
Abomination
Was that Coco?
could kick into the Thunderbolts. Coco didn't get enough love, and so he's screaming upstairs.
Yeah. Abomination comes into this because Jennifer has to take him on as a client.
Yeah.
All right. Because if you jump back, because I like to jump so much forward, she gets fired due to her hulking out. Right?
Yeah.
She protects all those people.
Still gets fired, but that's the life of a hero.
But why does she get fired? Because it's a conflict of interest now.
Well, no, she got fired because she's a liability. Because now
No, they said it was because she's a conflict of interest.
It's a
She
conflict
saved
of
their
interest.
lives.
She saved the jury's lives, so
no,
now
he got the jury washed out and got the case thrown for that point because she saved the jury's lives, and that would be a conflict of interest. She gets fired because she's a liability to the DA's office.
Yeah. Anyway, she goes on a spree. Semantics. You don't use smart words like that on this show.
It's all I do is semantics. It's very warm.
It's because we have extra people in the studio. Okay, that's extra people.
Just one extra people.
And she's been here before in the audience, so it doesn't really make that much of a difference. I think you're just running hot today.
Maybe.
All right.
I want to know what they're going to do with the X-Men and that Jubilee movie.
I want to know what they're doing with the X-Men all the time.
Okay, first off, I didn't hear about a Jubilee movie.
I haven't either.
Okay, but we'll address the X-Men and mutants in a moment. Okay?
Will we?
We will.
Okay.
I said address, not undress.
Oh. We're going to address.
All right.
I would undress the X-Men as well.
Especially Wolverine.
So Jennifer is fired. She's looking for new work.
Can't find it.
Not working out.
The Kirby, Lee, whatever agency hires her.
Yeah. It's not.
GLKH.
No, it's his actual last name.
GLKH. Okay.
GLKH.
Do your
What's his actual last name then,
Word.
Dan?
Lee's?
Yeah.
No, his like actual maiden name, I can't remember.
It's something Liela.
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured you would come up with a back in
the day when I was a young lad.
1864.
Whoa.
Staniel
Yasion
was born.
Why do you always go Deckard Cain?
1864. Wow. I mean, I knew he was old.
Why do you always go Deckard Cain with it?
All right. My old man go-to voice.
So eventually she gets hired on.
Mm-hmm.
But
she has to Hulk.
The stipulation is that she's got to be hulking out all the time. Now, as we know in the comic books, because we do our research, let's say, all right?
Mm-hmm.
It didn't happen that way in the comics. All right? No. She was intended to not be hulked out when she was representing the firm. So they did a little switcheroo. What are you doing?
Me?
They have to do such a Rooney if it's, She-Hulk attorney at law, though.
Yeah. Good point.
I like that point.
That is a good point. I never even thought about that, honestly. It would have just been Jennifer Walters.
Yeah. Attorney at law. Oh, yeah. Okay. Good show.
Yeah. Great. Thanks. Click.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You want to see her as in Hulk form as much as you can, obviously, right?
Oh, well, yeah.
Just kind of blah without it.
I do like her switch up, though. I would be okay if she didn't have to walk around the office all the time as She-Hulk. If she was allowed to, kick back as her normal self every once in a while.
I wouldn't.
You just want to see her wander around big and green through the whole show?
I don't care about Jennifer.
Well, I like her. I resonate with her, though. I, also push and pull doors wrong and fall out of my chair. And it's totally
so what you're saying is that you're clumsy.
Yeah.
And Jennifer also ran into the door and
fell
out of the chair in this
very
episode.
Smart lady, but doors are...
Yeah.
If they make it too much like the comics, they'll lose the comic audiences, I think.
If they make it too much like the comics, they'll lose a comic audience?
I don't know that I could agree with that. I mean...
I think that
they're trying to play to the wider audience, not just the comic audience.
I think that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Because as much as you can apply things and try to play to comic book lovers.
Yeah.
Okay. The lovers of books of comics.
Yourself included.
Myself included. Okay. It doesn't work if you don't pull people in that aren't particularly aware of the comic book stories, right?
Right, because
making it entertaining for those people is important.
I think a lot of like what the MCU has done has pulled me back in more than any comic book stories have before. Like I would watch them and stuff, but the way that the MCU developed and built this entire universe really sucked me back into this whole comic book world, really.
And I think what I've learned over my experience watching these movies and shows is that as a comic book fan, you kind of have to go into these not expecting everything to be... I'm trying to ignore that I just burped, but it was hard to do. Thank you, Wheezy. You ever notice that when you acknowledge Wheezy's wheezing, she wheezes more?
Yeah. It gets wheezier.
Yeah, you got to go into these shows with a grain of salt almost.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So you got to kind of take a step back, forget everything so you can just enjoy everything, right?
Well, and understand that they are going to the wider audience, right?
Yeah, it is going to a wide audience.
Like, you can't build a movie around something that has the length of history that, like, say, Spider-Man does and try and pack all of the comic books into...
You have to be a little loose about it.
Yeah.
You know, you have to kind of... And that's why I was kind of a little weirded out by when they cemented the idea of this being 616.
Yeah.
Because I was really kind of enjoying it just being its own timeline.
Which I think they probably should have, like, kind of stuck with, but...
So, again, we're going off on some other stuff, but She-Hulk's really the base of this, right? She-Hulk's the base of this conversation. So we were talking about Abomination.
Yes.
Okay. So she is told that if she doesn't take on Abomination, she doesn't have the job.
Not fight him.
Take on him as a client.
Right.
Did you buy Abomination's story?
Ooh, no, but I really found that it played to conspiracy theorists because he's blaming everything on the government. And I just kind of...
Yeah, and I mean... we
thought that related to, like, real world. And,
we do definitely see a lot more, I think, conspiracy theorist kind of stuff nowadays, especially with social media and
yeah,
so
for sure. His whole story is that he was wronged.
Yeah, by the government.
You know, by the government.
Which, I mean, realistically, is mildly accurate.
His story makes sense.
Yeah. He was hired by the government to take out a threat,
which
and pumped full of serum.
Mm-hmm.
And his theory, or his argument that the Hulk being essentially a monster was taken as a hero.
Yeah.
And then what he was doing, which he was asked to do, he's taken as the monster.
Yeah. Do you think at some point he went off script?
As an actor?
No, I mean just like the government. Yeah, off script as an actor. No, like the government said, here, take out this target, and then he kind of went beyond, and that's what makes him the monster, is that he took it one step further than where it should have been.
I would agree there. Like he probably went above and beyond his duty.
Yeah. Well, it became a little vengeful. But he did send a lovely haiku and letter to Bruce, so...
They're all cool now because he sent a haiku.
Yeah.
Right?
I love the part when she transformed back to normal and collapsed because of being drunk. Yeah. The metabolism shift was a cool part.
She should just stay Hulk then.
No. I need to see some swap.
Mm-hmm.
No, Hulk all the time.
I disagree with that.
We can disagree.
We could.
We are.
I'm right.
Okay.
There's a screen in front of us that shows me everything you're doing.
So, yeah, she takes on him as a client.
Yep.
I don't buy his story so much as like I think it's a means to fake a rehabilitation.
I don't know. Maybe
One of
he
those.
really is in love with his
What
7
I love
wives.
is that I can mess up a word and you know what I mean, so you just carry on.
It's not.
Rehabilitation,
Mhm.
right? So that he can get out and, he has ulterior motives.
Oh, I would imagine that's fair.
All right.
Do you think we'll see? Who else do you think we'll see in the courtroom then?
In the courtroom.
Yeah, coming up. Who else do you think she might take on if it does go down that path of, each episode is like a court case kind of thing?
I don't know, honestly.
I think we'll get to see maybe like Zemo.
Where is Zemo right now?
The Ark.
The Ark?
Yeah.
Because this one, what is this the cube
Yeah, in somewhere in the desert,
that they've
Arizona, maybe.
yeah, so I think it's the
California?
cube where they're keeping him. And I do appreciate the
North
little...
Dakota.
Are you just saying places?
Yeah,
One of those has a desert.
Nevada.
I like the little reference to the Silence of the Lamb
Yeah, I
Yes.
did too. That was a good.
That-
Yeah, that was funny.
when she was going into the prison.
Yeah,
God, to handle
stuff.
laughter was great.
I like that he's in the prison that you see in what was it?
Shang-Chi.
In Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
And that does come up at the end.
It
there,
does.
when that video has been leaked now, and he's known to have broken out of prison to be in a fight club.
Now, I know that he's done Wong.
Mm-hmm.
Get it?
Yeah.
Because Wong broke him out.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But does that create a continuity error? Because that was supposed to have happened. Apparently, that's creating a continuity error because of the timeline that happened.
Oh, right, because they're kind of saying that piece happened after or something.
Yeah, because of the original slating of the shows, it might put it out of place slightly.
But
I can overlook that.
I can.
There's a lot of people who can't.
But
Those people.
Those are the same people that keep getting angry every movie that they're not perfectly comic book accurate. I feel like.
Yeah.
So grain of salt again.
I liked that they threw it in there.
I did too.
Okay. It does prove that what's the guy? What's his name? Abomination turns back into
Jamil Blonsky.
It does mean that he immediately lied to her.
Yeah.
Because he preached that he doesn't transform into Abomination anymore.
But that, I think some of it, the issues might come from, maybe that was before he managed to get himself under control and whatnot. Because he was sitting, I think, in the cell as Abomination when he was taken by Wong, right?
Yes.
Wong, right?
No, it's the
Fight
right
Club
Wong.
happened in the Ten Rings, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Shang-Chi.
Ultimately,
It's a
though,
right Wong, not a Wong right.
are you trying to do a joke?
No, I don't joke.
That was funnier than your joke, actually. I'm playing with my toes a lot. I don't know. Are you doing that too?
I'm
I don't know
playing
what
with
to do with my feet
the
now.
tendons in my ankle.
All in all, I like that they put it in there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Batman's there.
Oh, good.
Playing with your Batman. Queso deal. Let's take a step back and appreciate something when she's looking for a job. Okay, this is kind of out of order. We never do things in order.
Which is fine.
Get used to it. All right. Solomon said something about the X-Men.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, did you notice that when she was looking on the internet, the interweb,
Oh, the ads.
there was some ads.
Yeah.
Okay. And what did one of them say?
One of them, I think, was a piece of a news story about a man with metal claws getting into a fight at a bar fight.
So we'll show this right here. This is what we're talking about. Right in the corner there, you can see that under related articles. First off, who wants a pair of Iron Man 3s?
This guy does.
This guy.
I definitely want some.
Who's
Iron
got-
Man 3s.
Who's got 2 thumbs and wants a pair of those? This guy.
Not my uncle. He only has 1 thumb.
Thank you for that. Doing one of these. He'll laugh about that, right?
Sure.
Underneath that, it says, like you said, man fights with metal claws in a bar fight.
Mhm.
Solidifying, again, mutants and Wolverine.
Yes.
Now, that scene is directly from
The X-Men.
the X-Men.
The very
old
first one.
Yeah.
X-Men, yeah.
Does that make those movies continuity?
In this particular, I don't know, which kind of drives me crazy. But I think one of the things with that they talked about with Days of Future Past was that essentially you could make anything that they do with it now into continuity because of all the timeline kerfuffling.
Yeah. Especially like now that you have that. So they've done Future Walk
Future Walk.
or Past Walk.
All
right.
Pardon?
I don't know. They went into the past, didn't they?
I believe so.
That's past walking.
Okay.
They had a DeLorean.
Back to Days. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Back to the Future.
They also
Back
have.
to the past.
They also have a busted up multiverse.
Yes. Busted up times, busted up multiverse. You can do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want.
Really. Why wouldn't they have been Bone Claws? I guess this is after the. Yeah, it would have been after the Weapon X program. And even if we're looking at like the if it is that particular X-Men, then he did have the Steel Claws by then. So.
Yeah, most definitely. So yeah, that just makes us that much closer to having the X-Men.
And that's been in what the last couple of shows now.
Yeah.
That they've really been pushing.
So does that mean that the X-Men exist already in the MCU?
Or maybe they're just getting put together.
You know, there's a good chance of that. Second off on that page, if we can go back to it, we have for the first time
Oh yeah.
them discussing the Celestial in the middle of the ocean, the frozen Celestial.
Which you would think they would have said something about prior, like a little sooner.
Right? So,
Why does a big giant thing in the ocean get a little blurb this big?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, because it's clickbait.
it is clickbait.
You're looking for a
Some
job,
people
here's
are
some
saying
clickbait.
maybe they should have, at the beginning when they were doing all that newscast stuff, maybe they should have just thrown it in there. Right? Made a little
Yeah,
bigger
but the
deal
headline
about it, right?
was about
Yeah.
a new hero.
I'm okay with them just putting a little blurt in there,
Sure.
making it known. People are talking about it. Now all the people who say, why haven't they recognized it? Now they can all shut up, right?
Sure.
And move on with their lives. It's been acknowledged. We can move on. All
You
right?
see, they released Phase 5 and 6 Dimensions of X-Men.
Oh, no, it doesn't matter.
They do this all the time, though.
All
The same
right.
as the Young Avengers. I mean, have they made mention of that other than to tease us constantly with their possible presence? No.
They announced a ton for Phase 6.
Avengers.
Huh?
There are no Young Avengers
No.
for you.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, moving on. I'm happy that that little blurt was enough for me to just kind of
Mhm.
satisfy me.
You're satisfied?
I am satisfied.
Oh, that's good.
All right. How much time we got? What are we looking at? About a half?
Yeah.
All right. I don't think there's a ton more to talk about this show, honestly.
I don't think so. What
Like,
do you got
it was,
on here?
it was a 20-minute show.
So we were watching the show, and my wife was sitting there writing notes.
Oh, I took notes, yeah.
Well, I'd like you to share some of those notes.
Prepare.
So some of the things I enjoyed were her family interaction. I just thought that was funny and
So,
you know,
Oh, we did not. One of the things that we didn't mention,
and the poop map.
the poop map.
Which
I
working
thought
in
was
an
one of the
office,
funniest
let
things.
me tell you, that is 100% true. You want the best bathroom to poop in,
The
and it is like a
poop map.
gold mine to find that
So,
bathroom.
unfortunately, when you say the word poop on this show, it turns into something big. Okay?
Mhm.
Like, it just turns into a poop show.
Yeah.
So, we got to try not to do that, okay?
Poop.
So,
You just hold
You-
that up for a little bit.
you now, when you say the word poop, you now have to bear the
This does
squishy
not
poop.
look like a poop at all.
It
I'm
has
just
to-
gonna,
It is.
I'm just gonna put this out there for you. Let me just.
What do
shape it a
you
little.
think it looks like?
And-
Your husband?
Well,
I don't
just-
know what that says about you.
Just shape that a little more.
And
Yeah.
it does have some veins in it.
Yeah.
Yours also has eyes.
Well, one eye.
God damn it.
Shows. Falling off the rails again.
I'm done.
Um,
Show's over.
to pull her back on track, maybe here for a
I
second.
like
It's
it when
actually
you
fun.
said pull her back on track. She
You can see that I'm holding the banana.
Okay, can we talk about a few more things?
Mr.
before
Oh
we
yeah,
get
yeah,
into
yeah.
it?
Can you finish
Oh, a
your
Christmas poo, yeah.
So,
Mr. Hank?
speaking about the poop map,
Yes.
poop map.
the gentleman who brings the poop map in with the basket,
Mhm.
okay, he
Like, it's
actually,
sticky.
I actually like that guy. All right, that's difficult to get by. All right, I like that guy.
Yeah.
That guy was a very, in a comedic show, he was a comedic relief, almost. Like,
Yeah.
he was very kind of cutesy type
Yeah.
deal, right? Now, he is actually, in the comics, becomes a love interest
Ooh.
for She-Hulk or Jennifer Walters. I can't remember. So, I could see that happening in this show.
I
You
would.
know, and I would.
I would fall for someone if they brought me a poop map
Yeah.
for the best pooping bathroom. So
for
Yeah,
sure.
very
Teresa
important.
is my hero, says Maria. Thanks, Maria.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Honestly, though,
Don't-
he's already made the first great move.
Yep.
Right? She's awkward in her new situation, even though she's got a kick-ass corner office.
Yeah.
All right? And then somebody says, hey, do you want to know where to poop? All right. So, that's a good move. It's a good move.
Mhm.
Right? So I thought that was interesting. Why do you have to do that?
What?
Yeah, maybe move the banana.
Don't tell me that wasn't on purpose.
I'm just holding my banana.
Move the banana.
All right.
That's bananas.
You know what that is? That's bananas.
That is bananas.
That is bananas.
Any other notes you got there? Little
Oh no,
thumbs?
I liked her family. That was nice.
How the family, yeah.
Her talk with her dad, for some reason, made me think he was gonna die.
Funny you say that because in the comic books he does.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be maybe.
I don't think that's going to happen in this. I think that her father is going to be more of a.
I don't know. When you have like a chat like that with your father, it preludes to death. I think.
You know.
Especially, for a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's probably gonna die.
Well,
you can't have two.
Okay, so if
parents.
somebody dies in this, it will be him.
Yeah.
Because in the comic books, he does die. There's quite a few more. She has a stronger tie to family in this than she does in the comic books.
Okay.
You know, a closer bond with Bruce and stuff like that, right? So it is nice to see like all that family coming together, and they're kind of almost like belittling her a little bit for what's going on, except for her father, who seems more concerned.
Well, Chet got a promotion.
Yeah,
Well,
he did.
Yeah, but I mean, he did use her at the end, which I thought was great when he was getting her
Yeah.
to move things and like
Yeah.
carry everything.
Oh, yeah. which they actually preluded to in the drawings,
Yes.
where she was lifting the fridge and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just, you've got a superhuman person in the house now.
Help clean up.
Yeah.
Carrying the water bottles.
I like how she was just holding the car up where the useless guy was trying to change a tire.
No, that was good.
Instead of just having her change the tire or something. Like, you know,
He's got to learn.
all that stuff is all important.
He's got to learn.
Right? You can help the family out now. You got a big family, you know that you got to help them out.
Oh.
I wish I had caught that better.
Yeah.
Now I just got poopies on my shirt.
It's sticky. Like, why is it sticky?
All right.
That's what I'm...
What's
It's a good thing we got this. Best thing we've ever gotten for the show.
I just like it.
You just like it? Any other notes you might have written down? Because
No.
I'm interested to see what other people feel about this and stuff like that. So
No, most of it we talked about. So I kind of made mention to them going back to space, or Hulk going back to space at the end, and
I like that. And let's just.
the nod to Hannibal Lecter because I really,
Yeah.
really enjoyed
Well,
that.
I apologize for stealing your notes.
Yeah, I know. How dare you?
I like the fact that they've shipped him to space.
Yeah.
Mostly because I said that should happen.
Yeah. Literally last week. That
Yeah.
was.
I said he's got to go off planet.
Yeah. Got to go back to
Why?
space.
Because he solves too many problems. This show can't be about him.
No.
And stuff like that, right? And do I want to see a proper World War Hulk? Which this is probably preluding to.
Yeah.
Polluting?
to.
You do. You
Yeah.
want to see it.
I do.
Mhm.
Because is he going to have to turn back into a savage Hulk? Most likely.
I would think so.
I think we're all done with Smart
He's got to
Hulk.
let it go. He's
Right?
got to let it rip.
I think we're all done
Yeah.
with Smart Hulk.
But I
Right.
would be okay too with those two personalities splitting and being a little more interchangeable than sticky. But back to those little argument pieces, because I love the arguments between Hulk and Bruce.
Yeah. That was
Like
fun.
the-
Yeah,
Sorry.
I think that's what I think everyone's on the same page where it was nice to see
I
that,
like the banana better.
but not a permanent thing. He can't stick around as
You
Smart
you
Hulk.
are on camera over there.
All right.
You're on offset,
Um,
whispering about bananas.
so
That's bananas.
I had a thing I was going to
That
say,
is.
and now we're just talking about bananas and boobs.
That's bananas.
All right.
The whole conversation
That's
went to
bananas.
shit.
All right. You got me all sidetracked. I don't know what I'm saying. All right.
Should we do the thing?
I had one more thing to say, but we might as well now because you got me all
Well, you can
screwed up.
think about it while
We can't do
we
a
come to you.
We can't do a freaking rating and then continue talking about stuff.
We're gonna do a rating.
That's bananas.
100% bananas.
All right.
You know what? I'm gonna pass the golden banana over to Teresa. And we're gonna let you do your thoughts, your closing thoughts on the show, and give it a banana scale. So 1 to 10 bananas.
Okay.
Now is this on because she's previously wasn't on the other show? Is she rating the 2 episodes or the 1?
Chris has got quite a ripe banana, to be fair.
To be fair.
To be
fair.
Thanks. Thanks, Adam. I appreciate that. Templar.
Adam Warlock's going to be in the MCU soon.
I did see that.
Oh,
I think you
love
should
that.
rate the first.
My
two-
thought.
Oh, your thought. Wait. Hold your bananas.
Okay.
I got a thing to talk about.
Can you stop slapping shit against your leg for a minute?
Okay, so am I mistaken or am I not mistaken? Is or is not the Red Hulk in... I never watched the trailer for this.
Okay.
Is the Red Hulk in it?
In this?
Yeah.
I don't think I watched the trailer either.
Wow,
Somebody
guys.
said the Red Hulk was part of this.
And you call yourselves a show.
Red Hulk.
I'm thinking to myself, just saying, hey, Dan. What's that, Dan? I got a theory.
You have a theory?
All right?
I think it's theory time.
I got a little bit of a theory, okay? Now, Scar.
Yeah.
Is part of the Hulk family.
Right.
What is Red Hulk?
Part of the Hulk family?
A Hulk. He's not part of like Hulk's family, but he is a
he's
Hulk.
like one of the Hulks
Okay.
from the Hulk show.
So, if they slate Ross in this as not Ross from
Friends?
Friends, obviously, although that would be fucking cool, awesome. He'd be like, it's okay.
Tangent.
If anybody wants to see,
Like every time I say Scar, I think of a lion. So
yeah,
you know.
Mufasa. That was good. Could we see some sort of a? You need a moment. Could we see some sort of an Agents of Smash?
That's kind of
Yeah, right?
it's kind of what I've been thinking about. Since we were talking about Planet Hulk and World War Hulk and stuff like that, I thought Agents of Smash would be kind of dope too.
You didn't even see that. I was like with the poop and it went right in his face. Oh! Okay. We need to get this out of here. I can't hit you.
By my foot. I wouldn't mind seeing some Agents of Smash.
You know, I thought it was a great animated show.
It was fun.
I'd like to see more of that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. This was a serious show.
Hey.
As serious as it could be.
Just
yeah.
pick up that banana phone. Give it a
Hello?
ring.
Could I see the other banana?
Who am I calling exactly?
Your ratings.
She doesn't understand. She's never been on the show or clearly doesn't watch it.
So, we rate everything out of bananas on the show.
I just watched your show. Don't give me that nonsense.
1 to 10 bananas. What do you give? You know what? Give us last episode and this episode.
Hello, ratings.
Oh,
wait.
Hello.
Is this ratings?
Who do I have on the other banana? You can just say your name.
Teresa.
I know it's hard, but you should be so proud right now. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. It's your wife.
Don't answer.
Hold on. Let me put you on conference.
My testicles hurt.
Because your wife called?
Pick up the banana. Put him on conference call.
Three-way banana.
Click.
That's what I always wanted. Three-way banana.
Dude, it's a bit.
She perfectly hit me in the groin when she went to toss me the banana.
Your banana.
I'm gonna vomit.
Dude, it's a bit. The show must go on.
Okay.
Let me redo that. Conference call.
Oh, sorry.
Hello?
Grim, you got your wife on the phone?
Oh, good. It must be about the ratings.
Yes.
Darling, could you just give us your rating on this episode, if not both?
Since we're all on the phone, we can all look at the camera.
Okay, so this bunch of bananas,
Mhm.
I give a rating of 6.
6
You're giving
bananas.
the bananas ratings now?
The bananas. You're rating the bananas.
No, I give it a bunch of bananas, which is
You
about
can't
6.
give it a bunch of bananas.
6
There's about
bananas
6 in
is
the
a bunch.
bunch.
I think 6 is a bunch.
Yeah, there's about 6 bananas in a
You
bunch.
put your phone down. You can't even
I'm
hear
sorry. Sorry, I forgot. Well, do you get
I
on
had
this
mine
call,
on
would you?
My bananas on speaker.
Listen. Okay, so yeah, 6 bananas. A bunch of bananas.
On
Alright.
this episode or both or last?
On this one,
What was last?
6.5.
So
I bet it.
that's like an overall.
Did you say 6.5?
Yeah, I bet it.
She ate.
You accidentally bit our banana.
Can
I
you give
was
us half a
hungry.
banana?
Half banana. She ate half of the banana.
Have we given
What
half
if I
bananas?
peeled the banana?
Yeah, we've given half
Yeah.
bananas before.
Is it still a whole banana if I've peeled it?
I don't know. We're not going to get into the technical aspect of banana. Like, what if you put it in a smoothie now? What is it? It's smooth. Like, how do you rate it now?
I think it's less of a banana.
Now it's a beverage.
Yeah.
Well, you've added things. Can
Maybe
we
it's
move
the
on?
As a whole,
As a whole, 6.5 bananas.
6.5 bananas.
Okay.
Out of 10 bananas.
Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no, thank
we'll
you
give
for
you a
having
call
me. It was
if we
great.
need any more.
Probably never get called again. Yeah, they hung up on me.
Hey, welcome to the chat, salad ass.
Salad ass is one of my
Wow.
favorite names now.
That's
Salad ass, you're catching us right at the ass end of this She-Hulk conversation.
Yeah.
We're just about
It's
to
just
rate.
falling apart right now.
You know?
Let's give it the rating. So I don't recall what I gave last show. I think I gave it around a 6.
Do you recall
and-
what I gave it?
I don't. You gave it a 7. You were more generous than me, and it could happen
so
again.
I'm
this
in
week.
between you two. Right in between.
I am going to give this episode another 6. 6 bananas.
6 bananas.
Length of time wasn't there for me. I did enjoy how they progressed the show a bit.
Your banana's a little
Flaccid.
However,
sad banana.
I think there could have been more to this whole thing. I'm still not sure whether she's going to carry a show on her own.
As a rating for this episode, don't hit me with that. I'm going to give it, I think, a solid 6 bananas as well. I'm going from a 7 down to a 6.
Mhm.
It was a short episode.
Yes, it was.
Mm-hmm.
I think 6 is where it's going to sit.
I think that's a fair number.
I feel as though I'm going to get hit in the face. Oh, it's in my beard. It's stuck in my beard.
Oh, your beard tried to eat that. Yeah. So remember, like and subscribe. Hit the like button.
As a guest,
Make sure you comment.
this person has to pick something from here. There's only a few things in here.
Oh, well, and we have to, road to 500, everybody. You can win
Road
some
to
comics
500.
from Bit Comics.
That's right. Hit comics.
Wow, way to promote, guys.
We should have done that sooner.
There's not a lot of stuff in there. I got to refill it.
Well, thanks for joining us, everybody.
Doot. Strutting myself, falling over to you. You like my shirt? I like yours too.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. That's been another stellar episode of Nerdy Couch with myself and Nerdy Couch.
Also,
Thank you to our special guest.
her.
Oh, thank you. Like, subscribe, stay classy, YouTube.
Don't stay classy. We're not about that.
Classier than us, I hope.
Hey,
Is this the after show? 2 dudes slapping bananas. Yes, it is.
to be fair,
I'm actually going now, so they're on their own stopping
To be
bananas.
fair.
one of them was swinging around poop.
Yeah, that's right. Ow.
Okay, let's
What was your cue,
How
man?
end this.
What was your cue?
For God's sake.
Don't.
Ah! All right.
Daniel, that's a goal.
And broadcast.
Where's your peach?
Oh, sorry.